Now I am here to introduce Dr. Govinda Reddy sir. And introducing Dr. Govinda Reddy sir, talking about his biodata is like reading a book. He has such huge biodata. I would just like to introduce him in a very short way. Sir, you have completed your BAMS from Dr. BRKR Government Ayurvedic College, Hyderabad in 1991. You have completed your post-graduation in Shalya Tantra and also awarded by PhD in same subject from R.A. Poddar Medical College, Mumbai. And he has also DPH from ICHA Madras. Talking about his professional profile, he has vast 29 years experience in Ayurvedic career in various fields of Ayurveda, like clinical practice with super specialization in Kshar Sutra and male infertility. He has experience of teaching and administration in Ayurveda cancer research. He has impressive record of research with vast experience in clinical research in field of proctology and other fields of Ayurveda. Presently, he is working as a assistant director in charge scientist in Regional Ayurveda Research Institute for Mother and Child Health, Nagpur, India, under CCRAS, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Having visionary qualities, sir, you are a winner of 13 awards as a jewel of your treasurer. Sir, you have visited 14 different countries and presented 29 papers along with 69 publications of monographs. And he has one book also. And he has also given various guest lectures and worked as an expert. He is appeared 12 times in radio and Doordarshan talks. He has worked as an expert member also. Sir, you have handled more than 18 clinical research projects of government. I heartily welcome to you, sir, and we are very obliged to have such an eminent personality over here. Back to you, sir, and you can start your speech. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Huh? Stop sharing. हाँ नहीं यहाँ पर दिखता है ना अपना को तो हेलो हेलो
Yes sir, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Audible ना
Yes sir.
Om Dhanvantaraaya Namaha. Good evening to all, respected all my teachers, gurus, and all guest speakers of this national interdisciplinary webinar, and my dear friends. My special thanks to my guru, my Honorable DG, Director General of CCRAS, Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, Professor Vaidya K.S. Diman sir, for giving the permission to deliver this guest speech on this webinar. And my thanks to my friend Dr. Sarang Deshpande of Techno Solutions of Nagpur and their entire organization. This is very associated with our institute, and regarding this preparation of the preparation of the Gomutra Ritaki, and today is Ayush, Government of India, but I say that our yesterday's speakers, the CCRAS young dynamic scientists, already covered some of the topics related to the CCRAS by Dr. Shobhit Kumar, Dr. Shekhar Nambudri, Dr. C. Ashwin Chandra. So they nicely presented their talks yesterday, and the other speaker, today's speaker, is elaborated everything on the preclinical toxicological studies by Mr. Govind Chandran. And this allotted topic is exclusively for the related to the technology transfer to the industry of the drugs and instrumentation by CCRS. And so my topic is before going to my topic, I will give the very brief about what about the ministry, what ministry is doing, and what are the clinical trials is going on by CCRS, etc. The Ministry of Ayush, it is a Ayush, A stand for Ayurveda, Y stand for Yoga and Naturopathy, U stand for Unani, S stand for Siddha, and H for Homeopathy. And even not only the 5 systems, one more system is there, that is a Rohas, that means in the Ladakh Rohasivapi. And this ministry has established in the 9th November 2014, and the Department of Ayush, previously it was the Department of Ayush, it was established in 2003. Before that, there is a ISMH, that is 1995. But the ministry is charged with the uploading of the educational standards in the Indian system of medicine and homeopathy colleges, and exclusively for the strengthening of all the research councils, promoting the cultivation of the medicinal plants, and especially for the National Medicinal Plant Board. And one more thing is the working on the pharmacopoeial standards. Second is the bodies under the control of the Ministry of Ayush is the various research councils are directly under the ministries are working. That is the Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, CCRS, CCRES, that is a Siddha, CCRUM, that is a Unani medicine, CCREH, that is a homeopathy, CCRYN, that is yoga and naturopathy. And there is several educational institutions also working directly under the Ministry of Ayush, like a NIA, that is the National Institute of Ayurveda Jaipur, NIS, that is the National Institute of Siddha Chennai, NIH, National Institute of Homeopathy, NIA Calcutta, and NIN, NIUM, and even IPGTNR Jamnagar, RAB, and Muraji Desai National Institute of Yoga, New Delhi, and especially this Indian Medicinal Pharmaceutical Corporation, IMPCL Mohan, exclusively they are giving the manufacturing of Ayurvedic and Unani medicines for entire country. So one more thing is the Ministry of Ayush is doing a wonderful job regarding the mainstreaming of the Ayush system in the PSCs, that is primary health centers, even community health centers, district hospitals, and some of the programs to the even sub centers also. So the Ayush system is now reaching to the masses. So the Ayush is related to the some of the programs, training programs related to the ANMs and women health voluntaries, and some training programs also taking care by the RAB, this Rashtriya Ayurved Vidyapit, and that is training for the Ayush doctors through the CMEs, ROTPs, etc. And the global status already explained by my previous speaker, Dr. Shekhar Nambudri, about the opportunities and researches in global level. And the schemes of the Ministry of Ayush also explained by our previous speaker. There is a lot of schemes are available in the Ministry of Ayush. Any college, any hospitals, any district hospitals, they can approach to the Ministry of Ayush for the taking these opportunities, utilize these funds from the Ministry of Ayush. Like if you go through the website of the Ministry of Ayush, if you go in the schemes of the ministry, there's a lot of there is a central sector schemes, central sponsored schemes, extramural research, there's even financial sanctions, award schemes for the CCRAS and CCRUM, etc. So exclusively that extramural research programs for the any projects related to the clinical or drug standardization, any literary research, even in the cancer, even nowadays we are giving for the even COVID also. So these are the some of the sponsored schemes available in the Ministry of Ayush. Anybody, that means any college, institutions, they can approach, and they can, even the district hospitals, and they are, if they want to take the Panchakarma setups, Panchakarma to set up a Panchakarma therapy centers and even Kshara centers, they can approach to the Ministry of Ayush. And I will come to the activities and achievements of the CCRS. The CCRS is a Central Council for Research in Ayurvedic Sciences. It was established in 1978 after the bifurcation of the CCRAMH, that is a Central Council for Research in Indian Medicine and Homeopathy. That is established in 1969. But now CCRS is a autonomous body under the Ministry of Ayush. The main aim of this CCRS is the formulation and coordination, development and promotion of research in Ayurvedic systems of the medicine on scientific lines. And these are the research in Ayurveda and the CCRS network. We have the almost all 30 institutions over the country. So we have the very good institutions. We have the very good network with the our institutions. Our institutions is doing the very lot of collaborative studies with the government Ayurvedic colleges, allopathic medical colleges, and certain, that means we are doing a lot of the areas of the strengthening areas like different institutions, different mandate as given to by our Honorable DG, sir. And we have the collaborations with the BHU, Banaras Hindu University, NIA, National Institute of that is IPCT&R, NIMANS, ICMR, CSR, DRDO, BRC, and AIMS. And after the committee review of our CCRS, some of the, that means all over India, that institutions of the 30. So the Nityanandan committee and other committees, they've taken this some of the institutions, they upgraded to the national institutes, some of the CRIs to the national institute, central research institutes, and some of the units to the regional Ayurveda research institutes. Like almost all 12 institutions has upgraded by our council. That is National Research Institute for Ayurveda Drug Development, that is Kolkata. The mandate has given for this specific institutions, specific this thing. So especially for Kolkata, they had given for the metabolic disorders, diabetes, obesity, hypertension, and lifestyle disorders. Like that, the National Research Institute for Ayurveda for Drug Development, Patiala, is given for the aging and related degenerative problems and Rasayana. And National Research Institute for Ayurveda Drug Development, Gwalior, is given for the musculoskeletal disorders and inflammatory disorders. And like that, the Bhubaneswar has given the gastrointestinal and skin disorders. And National Research Institute for Drug Development, Ahmedabad, has given for the respiratory disorders and inflammatory disorders, because there is a industrial area is more at Ahmedabad. That's why the mandate is has given for the respiratory disorders and inflammatory diseases. Like that, the Chennai has a very good institution with the enable accreditation of our institute. That is a standardization and development of mineral and metabolic, that means metallic Ayurvedic and Siddha drugs. And the National Research Institute for Ayurvedic Sciences, Pune, in Maharashtra, the excellent institution for the basic principles of Ayurveda. They designed carry out the experimental molecular biology and genetic studies on different doctrines. And one more institute at Hyderabad, we have the excellent institute for the medical heritage, that is a National Institute of Indian Medical Heritage. There is having the exploration of the history of various medical systems, the revival and retrieval of the Ayush literature, and the collection of the rare books and manuscripts, etc. And one more institution at Panchakarma Institute at Charaturthi. We have the very good institute. We have some diploma courses, assistant courses at they are conducting by the National Research Institute for Panchakarma, at the standardization of the Panchakarma procedures and validation of the Panchakarma procedures on the various disorders, especially neurological disorders. And we have published one monograph on validation of the Panchakarma procedures, that is available in the CCRS all institutions libraries. And one more center is at Ghaziabad to make available different standards of the authentic raw materials. And CRA, that is the Central Research Institute for the Tribal Healthcare, Guwahati, the exploration of the tribal folklore claims, Northeastern. And that is a Central Research Institute for Soharigapa. I already told, not on 5 systems, one more system, sixth one, that is a Soharigapa. We have the very good AMCI system of the medicine, that is at Leha, Ladakh. So we are doing a lot of work on the folklore claims and clinical validation of the reverse pharmacology of AMCI and ethical claims. The area of the focusing of by CCRAS, so we are taking almost all areas of the research, like literary and documentation, in the fundamental research, like a pharmacology research, there's a preclinical safety and toxicity and biological activity studies. Clinical research, we are doing a lot of clinical research, clinical trials we are doing at different institutions of CCRAS. And medicinal plant research, that is a medico-ethnical botanical survey, cultivation, pharmacognosy and drug standardization research, and RCH research, or this is a reproductive child health program. This research is mandate for my institute, this Regional Research Institute for Mother and Child Healthcare at Nagpur, and nutraceutical research, cosmetical research, biomedical instrumentation and research. In this RCH program, we are adopted the that means Gadchiroli district under the National Ayush Mission. We have that means almost all 30 primary health centers. We are taken up with the clusterized randomization for the RCH program. We are taking the 9,000 target of 9,000 pregnant women for this extremely program for the RCH. And 4,500 is a standard group and standard care, and 4,500 is a standard with our add-on Ayurvedic management. And for come to the my literary research, the CCRS has done a very wonderful job at collection of the different monographs, the different repositories, museums, manuscripts, and we have published more than 90 books and monographs. And we have the journals published by the research by CCRAS, that is a Journal of Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, Journal of Indian Medical Heritage, Journal of Drug Research in Ayurvedic Sciences, and Bulletin of Medico-Ethnical Botanical Research. We are publishing the news bulletin every quarterly by our CCRAS. And I'm requesting to all, you can send your papers for these journals. It is a pre-reviewed journals of JRS and JDRS, etc. And the council has published a database, a medicinal plant used in Ayurveda in 7 volumes, and 60 libraries and respiratory museums collected almost all 994 manuscripts we have collected, and the micro films 272 we collected for this the literary research. And this is the how we go for the clinical trials, the research in the CCRAS. First, we used to identify on the priority areas, whatever it is, like any, you can take any disease, or for example, diabetes, you can take that we identify the priority area. After that, we go for the literary survey, and after completion of the literary survey, we go for this formulation of the hypothetical basis, and after the formulation of the hypothetical basis, we go for the formulation of the coded drugs for identified conditions. Like in that, we used to do for the preclinical standard toxicities and biological activity. After these studies, we go for the approval for the SAC, that is a scientific advisory committees, and after the approval, we draft a specific protocol on each condition, each disease, and after that, we go for the approval for the task force of the experts, and we take all the opinions from the task force experts, and we go for the clinical trials in the different institutions for the different diseases and different conditions. And these are the updated CCRAS did a very good job. More than 50 diseases We did the clinical trials in the different multi-center clinical trials, some of the trials, and we have the very good significant achievements of this clinical research, clinical trials, and we have validated and that means development of the formulation of the DCS in the clinical conditions, they're like anal fistula, epilepsy, filariasis, heart disease, etc. And we have, that means these all DCS, these all clinical trials was published by our CCRS, and some of the monographs, some of the books has also published by CCRS. And we have developed a 17 Ayurvedic formulations for the, especially for the product that is appropriately used in this these products at Himachal also. And I will come to the drug standardization research program. So we have the very good labs. We have the 5 institutions exclusively, wonderfully, they are working for the drug quality and standards of the single and compound formulations. They are making SOPs, the standard operative procedures, through the it's our peripheral institutes like CSMRI, SDD at Chennai. This is a very good lab of the NABL accredited lab, and NRIIDD Kolkata, and NIA PR Patiala. This NRI SHRD Gwalior, NRI Nachar Turti. And these are the drug standardization research laboratories is there. The main aim of this standardization is to scientifically validate the quality and the safety of the single drugs of the herbal, mineral, metal, or any animal origin, and also compound formulation as per the Ayurvedic Formulary of India guidelines, Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia of India. And this purpose of some important parameters incorporate in the format like TLC, HPTLC, fingerprinting profile, determination of microbial load like heavy toxic materials, pesticide reduce, parameters of standardization labs. They are taking care of everything. Of the scheduled caste sub program, reproductive child health sub scheduled caste sub program, and RCH Gadchiroli, and even COVID also. We are doing the wonderful work all over India with the COVID-19 and healthcare services through outpatient department and inpatient departments of our institutes. And we have the number almost all institutes. We have the very good facilities for the IPDs and OPD, geriatric healthcare, and geriatric OPD, special geriatric OPD we are conducting, and we are taking care of the geriatric patients also for this activities of these CCRAs. And one more thing is on Kshara Sutra, we did a multi-center clinical trials at different institutions like IPG TNR, Chandigarh, and KEM Hospital, and CRI Mumbai, and CRI Punjabi Bagh. And this procedure, and we have this study was published in the reviewed journals of ICMR, and this is we had taken the patent of for the this Kshara Sutra. And one more thing is that automatic automation of the Kshara Sutra preparation machine is also written under the process that is that will come very soon for the industrialization. And some of the books I am there's a that is recently we have published last 2-3 years very good publication of like Northeast India, like glimpses of CCRS research and development contributions and research oriented healthcare programs in Northeast India. And one more book is Medico Ethnical Botanical Survey Program, and glimpses of CCRS contributions in this Medico-Ethnical Botanical Survey program. These all books are available in our CCRS website. You can visit our CCRS website, ccrs.nic.in. You go through with that website, you get plenty of that means research activities, research programs, even monographs, publication, etc. And we have published evidence-based Ayurvedic practices based on CCRS research and development contributions, and drug development for the select disease evidence-based approach. This is also based on CCRS research and development contributions. And one more is Ayurveda. The Ayurveda is the science and art of life, a focus on research and development. This is also ebook is available in the website, and this is a second edition of 2017. So you can read these books very that means prominent. That means we have contributed a lot of work by our all scientists, and especially the headquarter office doing a wonderful job for this literary research, clinical research, and drug research, etc. And one more monograph published by the Ministry of the CCRS, Ministry of Ayush. So for the I-64, this I-64 is a wonderful drug for the anti-malarial activity, anti-malarial drug, and this drug now approved for the anti-malarial activity and anti-malarial drug, and it is used for even epidemics also, and in the Rajasthan and Assam. Now this drug is approved for the even dengue and even flu-like illness. Recently, the Mumbai Institute, carrying Mumbai, has taken the clinical trials on this I-64. So for the flu-like illness, and they have published a paper on this I-64. So this is also one of the drug for the, now we are taken for the even COVID also. We are doing a lot of clinical, multi-center clinical trials on the I-64. And one more book is for the Ayurveda-based diet and lifestyle guidelines for the prevention and management of the skin disease. So very recently it is published by our Honorable DG sir, this book. And Ayurveda-based dietary and lifestyle advocacy for mental health and psychiatric disorders. This is also one of the wonderful book for the Manas Rogas. And Ayurveda-based diet and lifestyle guidelines for the prevention of the cardiac disorders. This is also published by the CCRS. These all books are published by CCRS. And for the IPR production and commercialization, we have patents of almost all 17 patents we obtained by CCRS, and patent filled and processing for the filling of the patent, that means patents, almost all 36 we have filled. Patents processed and released to the industry and commercialization is 12, but 11 is our Ayurveda and 1 is for Siddha, that is the 777 oil. And these are the technology especially transferred to the industry by our Honorable DG sir to industry. These are the I-64, 777 oil from Siddha, and Bal Rasayan, Ayush Booty, Ayush 56, Ayush SS granules, Ayush SC tablet, Ayush PK Avalaya, Ayush PG tablet, Ayush BAR Avalayam, Ayush 82, and Ayush SC. If you see this technology of these drugs already transferred to the industry, and the 777 oil is transferred to the CCRS, that is a Central Council for Research in Siddha, Chennai, and especially you can see this Ayush 82. So almost all 12 industry has taken over by this Ayush 82, and Ayush SZ has taken by the 5 industries for their that means for developing the drug and coming to the market. So this is the Ayush technology transfer to the industry, and these are the patents filled by recently filled by the CCRS. Almost all 36 patents we have filled for the patents. And this is the biomedical and therapeutic instrumentation research. The CCRS is also doing on the instrumental research for the continuation development of the following, that is automatic instruments in collaboration with the IIT Delhi. So like automatic Sarvangadhara Yantra, that is also in the pipeline. automatic Bashpa Sweda Yantra, automatic Sharasutra preparing the machine. It is already developed automatic Sharasutra, and we are now planning for the industrialization. That means to share with the industry this and automatic Basti Yantra also, it is under the pipeline. So this is the Sarvangadhara Yantra. And one more thing is the CCRS is doing wonderful job in the even taking care of cancer research. So this Ayush QL2C, this drug is for only for the cancer prophylactic, that means to take care of the cancer patients as a immunomodulators. This immuno enhancing and hepatoprotect anabolic and antioxidant analgesic properties. And this role of this drug is preventing the side effects of the, especially for the chemo and radiotherapies, improving their clinical status and the quality of life of the patients. And the study design is prospective and double blind placebo control we did. And one group is Ayush QL2C plus standard treatment, and one group is second group is placebo with the standard treatment. And these studies, Ayush QL2C is did it in the different institutes for the, especially for the breast cancers. Ayush QL2C is adjuvant to the chemotherapy and radiotherapy. And the study design is prospective, double blind, placebo controlled, and participating centers is ACRI, that means New Delhi with the All India Medical Sciences, and St. John's Medical College Hospital with the NADRI Bangalore, for the, especially for the lung cancers. So Bhagwan Mahavir Cancer Research Hospital and our institute ACRI Jaipur, they did a clinical trials, and we have the very good that means output of this Ayush2C for the post-chemo, post-radio patients for the as adjuvant for the minimizing of the side effects of the chemotherapy and radiotherapy. And this is one of the very good monograph published by the CCRS. This is a joint collaboration with the ATTAC Mumbai. So the report of the screening of the single herbal drugs extracts of the potential anti-cancer activity. So this book is exclusively for the we have taken the 15 drugs, 15 plants screened for the anti-cancer activity. We have used the almost all 14 cell lines used in this study. Out of 14 cell lines, 9 cell lines is very actively that means potential activity in the anti-cancer activity. And these are the 15 drugs we have used for the this single plant for the anti-cancer activity, like Kantakari, Eschimadu, Daru, Ardra, Pipali, Shunti, Kantuki, Guduchi, Vidanga, Devadaru, Ashwagandha, Amlaki, and Bhumi Amlaki, Vacha, Kanchanar, Haritaki, etc. These 15 drugs, and these are the cell lines we have used for these drugs, and almost all 9 approved for the 9 drugs is approved for the that means anti-cancer, approved for the anti-cancer activity. And one more, we have taken 2 years back one study at Jamnagar, under the Jamnagar. I am the guide for this study. The study of impact on Shodhana and the phytopharmaceutical properties of biological action of the Banga, to validate of the role of Shodhita Banga in improving the quality of life of the cancer patients. And we are in the especially for the with a special reference to the pain management. In this study, we had taken the 37 patients of the cancer complaining of, especially for the pain. So we enrolled this on the trials, out of which 24 patients have been completed this trial and 13 patients are dropped out. But out of 24 patients, we have got the very good results with this pain management with this drug, cannabis. And this paper also published by IU at Jamnagar, and this is a wonderful study by Dr. Swagata and Dr. Professor Acharya sir and myself, and the contribution, especially my thanks to the our DG sir for giving the opportunity to do this work in my center at Carrick, Mumbai. This Ayurveda cancer care for the standalone, we did a standalone in APAML. This study by the Balendu Prakash at this trials at ACRI New Delhi, and one more study is standalone in AML. This study is also did at CRI Punjabi Bagh, and Ayurvedic intervention as a prevention. This turmeric extract in the LSALs, and Pancha Valkal Kwat. So that is at Mumbai Center. They did the Dr. Jayashree Joshi for the LSCLs. So that paper, that monograph is also under the publication for this, and the we did a one integrative approach consultative workshop on integrative approach to the cancer by myself and Dr. Manohar Gundetti. We did a lot of work in the cancer area of almost all 8 years at Carrick, Mumbai, and now I will come to the this pandemic of the COVID. The Ministry of Ayush and CCRS is doing a wonderful job. Our DG has taken the very much interested in the COVID trials, and we had taken some of the clinical research studies on Ayurveda interventions as a prophylaxis, and add on the standard care of the COVID-19. There's a lot of clinical trials in the collaborative studies and the joint initiative by the Ministry of Ayush and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and Ministry of Science and Technology through Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, and the technical support of ICMR, and some of the population-based intervention studies on impact of the Ayush-based prophylactic interventions. And the Ministry of Ayush has launched the Ayush Sanjeevani app for the based on the study impact of the assessment of the acceptance and the usage of the Ayush advisories in this role of prevention of the COVID-19, and drug trial to evaluate the efficacy of the safety and efficacy, that means efficacy of the Ayurvedic formulations like I-64 as adjuvant therapy to treatment to the standard to the COVID patients, and evaluation efficacy of the Ayurveda interventions I-64 and add-on for the patient with the COVID with infection stage 1 randomized controlled trials. This trial has taken first time in India, where we got the approval from the government medical college in Nagpur. We had taken the ethical approval from the government government medical college, and we have already started this clinical trials on this I-64. We have enrolled till date 29 patients. We have enrolled almost all 60 patients of this study, and 30 patients in the standard care, 30 patients is the standard care with along with the add-on therapy of the I-64. So the project is ongoing project, and one more is different centers, different drugs. They are doing the clinical trials of the for especially for the COVID, like Chyawanprash, I-64, and some prophylactic measures we are taking the. And impact on the Ayurvedic intervention, the prevention of the COVID infections identified in the contaminated zones like Samshamanavati, Guruchivati, Sudarshan Ganavati, we are giving to the patients of the contaminated zones. And one more is integrated Ayush guidelines for public health and healthcare practitioners for COVID. And these guidelines we have published in the different papers in the Nagpur. Almost all news channels, almost all press media is covered with the into the local language like Marathi, Hindi, and English. And interdisciplinary Ayush research and development task force guidelines for the Ayush clinical studies and the COVID. This is also by this was the task force was formulated by the Ministry of Ayush, and these two trials with the help of the Ayush CSR and ICMR and Ministry of Ayush. One is a treatment trial, one is a prophylactic trial. The treatment trial is I-64, etc. There's a prophylactic trial, Ashwagandha, as a for the prophylaxis against the SARS-CoV-2 and infections. A randomized hydroxychloroquine controlled clinical trials in healthcare providers. And this is the for the adjuvant treatment, and the allotted centers of the studies setting centers is Mumbai, Carrick, Mumbai, Nagpur, and Lucknow. And the total sample size is 140 patients, each 17 each arm, and allotted to the 3 centers. And in our centers, we have recruited at our center is for the Datta Mege Institute of Medical Sciences at Nagpur, and Wardha we have taken, and we have screened almost all 280 patients. Out of 280 patients, 5 positive patients, and we have enrolled 2 patients. The patient is continuing going on. And one more trial is that is prophylactic, this Ashwagandha trial. The study design is a randomized, controlled, prospective, open label, parallel efficacy and multicentric study with an equivalence design. The study population is healthcare providers like high risk population across the different states of India, and especially for the healthcare workers, doctors, staff nurse, and housekeeping staff, etc. The sample size is 400 participants. The study duration is almost all 12 weeks. And this is also 2 groups. One group is HCQ, and one group is single plant extraction of the ashwagandha, that is with many somniferia. The dosage of 500 mg, 2 tablets of that is 250 mg each. So this is also 12 weeks per, and this is one more prospective non-randomized open level controlled interventional study on the effect of Guduchi Ganapati and Sudarshan Ganapati as a prophylactic measures among the contaminated zones of the population exposed to the COVID-19. We already conducted at Gandhi Bagh zone at Nagpur. It is a totally contaminated zone by our team. The Mominpura, Koshtipura, Chinchkoda Mohalla, Juni, Mangalwari, and Tinki Bangakada. We have allotted the 1500 patients to this. 1000 patients is for the drug, and control is 500. We already almost all that means completed our this enrollment by 18th June. And one more is this is Ayush Sanjeevani. Ayush Sanjeevani I have already explained, launched by the Ministry of Ayush in the by the Government of India. This is the main aim of this is impact of assessment of efficacy of the acceptance and usage of Ayush advisory and measures in the prevention of the COVID-19. A digital technology enabled to study this Ayush Sanjeevani. We are doing a wonderful job by this institute, RARAMCH, because we are taking a lot of surveys in this, and we have a lot of medical camps we are conducting for the COVID and contaminated zones. And this is the entire our team to take care of Ayush Sanjeevani mobile app. Our team, almost all 50 members, they are doing a door-to-door survey, and we are distributing of Ayush guidelines for the COVID, and we are downloading of our this mobile app to different that is NGOs and different institutions, and even medical colleges, Ayurvedic medical college, allopathic medical colleges, and door-to-door survey we are doing. So we have having the very good data for this. That's why now there is a webinar is going on for the other states, excluding the Maharashtra, because Maharashtra is doing wonderful about this Ayush Sanjeevani app data. And this is Ayush COVID Cell Center. So anybody, any that is queries, you can contact directly to the Ayush COVID Cell call center. And this is the Ayush COVID dashboard. If you go through the website of the Ayush, you can see the Ayush COVID dashboard. You will get a lot of things like Ayush against COVID-19, Ayush research against COVID, Ayush guidelines for the COVID, Ayush drugs and medicines, Ayush references, Ayush related links, Ayush communication, Ayush support, etc. You can go through this website. My request is, sincere request is, you all are visit my that means CCRS website, that is a ccrs.nic.in, and Ayush Ministry of Ayush website also. So these 2 websites, you will get the plenty of information related to the Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, and naturopathy, and Siddha, and homeopathy. So my sincere request for to see for this to see the websites. And always we can say Ayurveda is very good. This is a preventive aspect. If you see in the Dinacharya, and Rutucharya, Hitakara, Ahar Vihar, Sadachar, Sadvrutta, and Rutushodhana, Rasayan Sevan, who is following these methods of Ayurveda, this thing, they never get the COVID. This is my statement. So because if healthy person, so they are not getting. So because their immunity is good, their immune enhances, and my request is everybody should follow these dinacharyas, rutucharyas, and hitakara ahar vihar, sadachar, sadvruttas, and rutshodhana and rasayanas, sevanas. And we are exclusively doing the wonderful for the medical camps, and we are distributing the Ayurvedic immunomodulator drugs like OI64, Samshamanavati, Guruchi Ganavati, Sudarshan Ganavati, and Chavanprash. So, and even Amrutottar Kashai. Amrutottar Kashai is also, we are making a kit and giving to the public. Almost all we have distributed more than 10,000 kits to the different population of the Nagpur. We covered almost all Nagpur, and recently we are getting a lot of letters from the different political parties and institutionals, NGOs, and we are getting a lot of funds also for this. So already I have received the 120 lakhs for these medicines and for the PPE kit, and like that. The collector and the commissioner is doing a wonderful job at Nagpur. That's why this Nagpur is very, very safe for the COVID, and there's a very less patients in the Nagpur, and the collector of the Nagpur is a very good pro Ayurveda person, and is encouraging like anything. And in the open meetings, he used to say that the RARAMCH is doing a wonderful job for this COVID. Because of him only, we got the permission at GMC. GMC is government medical college. So previously they did not allow to do this clinical trials. We tried. I am trying last almost all 1.5 years for the different projects, but they did not agree for that. But now because of the collector, so we got the admissions in the medical college. Now they are willing to do the more trials in the more another disease also. They are willing to give their acceptance, and even IGMC also we are getting the calls from the IGMC, so they want to do the COVID trials. So this is the strategy of CCRS. The strategy of CCRS is we are the collaboration and research on the problems of the masses, and translation of the research into the practices, organizational restructuring, addressing of the need of human resources management, and we have the performance-based appraisal system. And this is the vision of CCRS, to strive for excellence and global leadership in the field of Ayurveda by and prevent, manage, cure various diseases. And the mission of the CCRS to develop CCRS into the very dynamic and vibrant model research organization for undertaking, coordinating, adding, promoting the research in Ayurveda, to bring up modern scientific knowledge, technology to explore the Ayurveda scientific treasure, following relevant scientific methods, and to attain the global leadership in research for the treatment and the prevention of emerging important lifestyles related diseases and health requirement. So because of our dynamic DG sir, we are doing a wonderful these projects in the different institutions. We are immediate spot decision by our DG sir to do the any trials, any this thing, the spot decision by the DG sir. And this is, we have recently got the presidential award to our honorable DG sir, Professor Vaidya K.S. Dhiman sir, for the geriatric, that is Vayoshrestha Sanman 2019 award, because we did a lot of work in the geriatric, but because CCRS is conducted the national campaigns on the geriatric program. In the geriatric program, we have taken the almost all the institutions of the 30 institutions of the peripheral institutes. I have started the geriatric OPD and geriatric clinics, and in the collaboration with the even Ayurvedic medical colleges also. We have funded for the Ayurvedic medical colleges to start the geriatric clinics. So there's a lot of data collected by the CCRS through the different institutions for this, and that's why we got the prestigious presidential award for the to our honorable DG sir, that is Vayoshrestha Sanman 2019, and one more award, this Rajbhasha Kirti Puraskar is received by the my institute when I was in Carrick, Mumbai, for the Rajbhasha Kirti Puraskar by the hands of the honor of the by the President of India, Pranab Mukherjee sir, and my sincere thanks to and my gratitude to the Professor Vaidya Dhiman sir for giving the opportunity to present this presentation to the in this webinar, and my special thanks to the Deputy Director Dr. N. Srikant sir for giving the opportunity to that means for support and knowledge regarding all that means activities of the achievements of the CCRS, and my all technical officers and staff of RERAMCH and Carrick for their support and this thing, because all without their support I cannot do anything. So, and my sincere thanks to Technovid Solutions Nagpur giving the opportunity to talk in this national interdisciplinary webinar. Especially my thanks to the Dr. Sarang Deshpande ji. So he is very active and very associated with us. Is helping us for the different preparation of the drugs like Gomutra Hariki and I-64, etc. Thank you very much.